Hi, I'm Joseph Sparks. For 10 years on YouTube, I ran Jody's Corner, and I made a lot of predictions. I had a lot of trash talk, made a lot of friends, alliances, enemies, had a lot of beefs, ups and downs. When the ups were up, man, were they up. When the downs were down, oh boy, were they down. But overall, I like to think that Jody's Corner was a big up. But in this moment, in this now, you guys probably know about my message of DC Rises. You probably are familiar with me promoting the hell out of Superman. You probably know me from building up DC, talking about Superman, promoting it, saying how DC is going to be over the MCU by 2025. DC over the MCU by 2025. I've been saying this since 2021. When we were still indoors worried about the stuff, the virus out there. I was saying this. That's some bold stuff to say. And even more insanely, that's some bold stuff to stand by for 4 years. And here we are in 2025. The last superhero movie of 2025 has been released with Fantastic Four. What did we have in 2025? Well, we had Captain America 4 with Anthony Mackie. Was looking real good for me when that movie came out with my prediction about Superman being greater in 2025. Everything was looking good. The articles, the perception around the MCU was tanking at an all-time low. It's never been lower. And it took some years. It took some filthy MCU movies for it to look that way. And people that were doubting me in 2021 said I'm crazy in 2022 were kind of like, in 2023. By 2024, people were like, this motherfucker might be right. And by the first film that came out in 2025 from the MCU after Captain America 4 came out, people were looking like this. This motherfucker Jody said it. Oh yeah, we got your eyes on you now, sucker. No way Jody gonna be right with this one. No. This is gonna be a defining moment for my career on YouTube. Put everything into it. Put a lot of passion behind it. Had a lot of bad phone calls. Pissed a lot of you guys off. When Captain America 4 came out, I was disappointed because I wanted Captain America 4 to do better in the box office, but I was also elated because I knew that Captain America 4 was not enough to beat out Superman in 2025. I got more antsy. The tension was building. I was like, yes, this Jody Damas of the Jody Damas moments is going to be one of the greatest of all, and I can finally be done. Then Thunderbolts came out. Thunderbolts came out, and I enjoyed Thunderbolts. While I did. I think I gave Thunderbolts like a B- grade. It did show me a little taste of the MCU of old. Thunderbolts felt like a Phase 3 movie, and that was great. But I was never nervous about Thunderbolts being better than Superman. So when Thunderbolts came out, I was like, it's a good movie, decent. But nah, not enough. Oh, not enough. That Superman prediction about DC being greater than Marvel by 2025 was looking great. I was like, yes. Flying into the sky, I was like Wonder Woman after she said, I renounce my wish. Then it happened. About 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, a Rolling Stone article came out that featured James Gunn, and they asked James Gunn some questions about the DCU and about Superman. One of the questions that was asked of James Gunn was, how do you feel about the pressure of Superman to perform? You know, you're restarting the DCU, you have the Superman character, a new actor, everything's new. How does this pressure feel on you to perform and to succeed in the box office? James said, psh, people think that Superman has to be this home run. No, it doesn't. I'm cool with a double. I said, huh? Why don't you want Superman to be a home run? Why are you belittling it? Why are you saying you're okay with a double? Then they were like, huh, interesting. But and then he says, shoot, Iron Man wasn't the end all be all of the MCU, so neither is Superman. And then I'm like, Iron Man was the end all be all of the MCU. You made your career at the MCU, and how you don't know that? Without Iron Man's success, MCU would have tanked and fallen and died. But I was like, anyway, The interviewer pushed further. James lost. He said, I'm sick and tired of people saying Superman has to make this much money, $1 billion or whatever. All I care about as James Gunn is my piece of the pie. As long as my Superman movie makes its money back, that's all I care about. And it was when I heard that, I said, I was wrong. I knew I was wrong there. I knew in my heart and soul, I knew I was about to take an L. Deep down. If you asked me, like, what do you think? I would have been like, man, nah, we good still, but that's trash, but we're still good. And I even said, bro, after that, James Gunn is not the right person to run DC. I knew then, no head of a studio should talk about his movie like that. No head of a studio should say that Superman he's fine with it making he said only 500 million. James Gunn said, I'm cool with 500 million, my budget. As long as I get my budget back, we're good. What? Do you know what's riding on this movie? 500 ain't nothing. So I said, no head of a studio would ever, Feige would never say this. Kathleen Kennedy would have never said that about any of her Star Wars projects. George Lucas, J.J. Abrams, Jon Favreau, Joss Whedon, Steven Spielberg. Nobody would have said that. So that's when I knew maybe he's a brilliant director. Maybe he's a great writer. But a studio head, I don't think it's cut out for him. And I said I don't think that he should be the studio head of DC. And that was a problem because a lot of the DC writers, what are you talking about, Jody? Oh, here you go, backtracking and all this. But so I started to get some backlash from my DC brethren. And I was already getting some backlash from the MCU. So now I'm getting piled on from both sides. And that's not necessarily a comfortable place that I want to be, but I'm used to that. I'm used to that. Then comes the time, July 11th. I saw it on the 9th, I think, or the 10th, 2025. I had to see for myself. I was so antsy. I couldn't wait for the 11th. I had subscribers that came out. He's one of them. To come to the JC house to meet me for the first time. It was great. Nice to meet you. It was a fantastic experience. I'll never forget it. I hope you
never. I'll take forever, man.
Tight. I'm proud of that. Tight. So I did something that was uncharacteristic of myself. They wanted to come and watch this movie with me, and I did something selfish. I went and watched the preview before they came out to LA to watch it with me. And some of them were let down. ATB, I think you were one of them. You mentioned it.
Yeah. But I understood why. It did make sense.
Yeah.
When we had that conversation, it made sense. When the review, I was like, hold up. What? And then I had to Evo, you see this? Like, yeah. But I understand now. But I don't hold that against you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't.
So I was like, man, I gotta check this out. I got a phone call on a live stream talking about Metallo and Justice Gang. I'm like, where are you getting all this information? I got it from the book. The book, find out there's a prequel book out there. I'm like, what? There's a prequel book? I hated the prequel book from Infinity War that the Russos did. I am fully against prequel novels. If you want to tell the story, put it in your movie. It's a very cheap, disingenuous way to get a bolster up on your universe. It's very sleazy. It's like film plagiarism, in my opinion. Didn't like it. I read the book, loved the book, was upset that all these characters were in the book. So I went and seen it, and I watched it, and I reviewed it, and I didn't love the movie. There's a lot of script issues. There's a lot of pacing issues, character issues, music choice issues, score issues, just epicness that didn't feel epic. It looked epic, some things, but I didn't feel nothing. The only time I got some type of feeling is when I saw Jonathan Kent having a conversation, and even that conversation felt forced and rushed, and it didn't have time to settle in, and it wasn't backed by a nice music in the background to make my emotion hearts beat and tingle, to make me watery. I left Superman disappointed. And even though I was disappointed in Superman, I still had the hate for Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, I'm like, okay, Superman is not what I wanted, but Fantastic Four sucks. This team is what I still believe that, y'all. I want you guys to know that. When I was saying Fantastic Four sucks, I was putting them against each other, but I was really believing in it. I think the IP's old. I think the team is outdated. I think they suck. I think other heroes and characters who come into their comic books always outshine them. I think that they're used as like a connective tissue rather than being the tissue themselves. And I never thought, I'm like, all right, bro. So Superman didn't appease me as much as it should have. Let's watch this Fantastic Four. Let this mid-movie come out, and then I can say DC rises by 2025, DC over Marvel by 2025. We still got the W.
I thought that was a sound effect.
Ah, it was the glass broke. It's the picture frame.
Okay.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. All right. I said it's fine. We're still on track. We're good. Until yesterday, I saw the Fantastic Four. And on almost every single level, when you compare movies together, Fantastic Four is superior to Superman in every single facet of how you critique film except one, maybe two: action and directing. And the directing part is still in the air. It's like even. What that man did with the direction of Fantastic Four is so epic in a different way, versus what James did with the action of Superman was so epic in another way. Aside from directing and action, because Superman got the action, Fantastic Four is superior to Superman. It's got better acting. It has better actors. It has a better script. Its pacing is better. It has a better story. It has better emotion. It has better editing. It has a better theme. It has a better score. It's more cohesive. And it's shorter. I was upset with Superman's runtime. Fantastic Four happens to be a little bit shorter. And I feel like I got a glimpse of a superhero universe, a real, true, different world with 828 universe in Fantastic Four than what I got with Superman. Fantastic Four is the best MCU movie that I have seen since Eternals. For most of you guys, you probably would agree with Endgame. I love Endgame, but I think Eternals is better than Endgame. Eternals is my number one. For obvious trash reasons, you guys disagree. I get it. But that means it's the best MCU movie in the last 6 years, guys. I got Fantastic Four over Deadpool, Wolverine, Guardians 3, Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi. I got it over the Marvels, Quantumania, Thor Love and Trash, Thunderbolts, Captain America 4, and the like. Fantastic Four is cooking those movies. This movie feels like a science sci-fi epic. You gave me, not only did you give me a better film than Superman, but you managed to make a better superhero movie than Superman. And that is the travesty in itself. That's where I really am hurt off of it. Like James, you had Superman. And even though it's close, the Fantastic Four movie, the people of what is their borough? The Fantastic Four. What? I know they're in New York, but they're in a certain borough.
Queens.
It's Queens? The city, the borough of Queens, New York, is more beloved of the Fantastic Four than Metropolis is of Superman. The citizens of Superman turned their back after they saw an unverified video on the internet and instantly hated him. Instantly, without verification, turned on him like that. In Fantastic Four, much more polarizing. And let me tell you, Fantastic Four had a much darker, more serious stakes to that movie than what the people in Superman had to turn on their hero. I understand why the people in Fantastic Four were second guessing them. They don't know if they're going to survive as a planet. The stakes of Fantastic Four are deeper and better than the stakes that are in Superman. And here's the one fact. It's not a fact. This is my opinion. It's an opinion that I believe wholeheartedly in that really wrecked me to my core. Superman is more of an MCU movie than Fantastic Four. What the hell is that to say? Superman, a DC movie, because of James Gunn, is more of an MCU movie than the Fantastic Four. We're talking about peak cinematography and directing, set design on another level, stakes that actually matter. The love of a mother and their child is on display in this movie. I felt all involved with what was happening on screen. Oh, you want to talk about dialogue? Well, Lois and Clark had some dialogue, 15 minutes of dialogue that meant nothing. That dialogue didn't feel like anything. I didn't feel the tension. People were going to die. I felt it more in the trailer than the actual movie. Because in the context when you have the scene in the movie, it doesn't feel weighty. It feels just like you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go. Let's hit our beats together. You go. But the passion and the feel, the disconnect was there. There's a scene where Sue Storm speaks and it cancels anything said in Superman. And when I say that, there isn't a paragraph of dialogue that is in the whole movie Superman that can compete with a speech that Sue Storm gave the people. And it's all these things that I'm seeing, feeling, and witnessing. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I can go. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. How can I weasel a W? Nope. Not at all. There's sci-fi elements in here that I didn't expect to be in this movie. There's some visuals in here that I didn't expect to be in this movie. All in all, I was wrong. I was wrong about Fantastic Four. I was wrong about Superman. I was wrong about DC over Marvel by 2025. I still believe in DC Rises because for other reasons, well, that's another topic for later. I still believe in that. But the best superhero movie that came out this year is not Superman. The best superhero movie to come out in 2025 is The Fantastic Four. Respect. I apologize for a lot of the stuff that I said. A lot of call-ins were made. A lot of arguments were had. I'm here to take my shellacking. I'm here to take my beating. I'm here to look you in the eyes. I'm here to face you. Don't hold back on me because I didn't hold back on you. I, Joseph Sparks, was wrong. 805-351-2001.
Call from
Dallas.
I'm Joseph Sparks. Hello.
What's up, Jody? It's Dallas.
Dallas, what's up, man?
What's up? You was wrong about Superman being better than Fantastic Four. You also wrong saying to be better than Captain America breaking the world. You should know that's what's a lie.
That's tough, bro. That's tough. Listen, I'm here to take my shellacking on Fantastic Four only.
Okay.
I don't agree with Captain America 4 being better than Superman, dog. You ain't gonna get that up out of me.
He said, no, you got one. You ain't getting the others.
No.
You getting one.
So no.
Better than, just to let you know that right now.
Oh, your call seems to be having issues. Are you there?
Oh man, you only took one crack. Don't disconnect. You got one crack, man.
We lost him. Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. 805-351-2001.
Looked up on that one.
805-351-2001.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, I was about to say, don't be shy now, folks. Come on.
Be shy.
Nah.
Please be shy.
Be gentle.
call from
Who?
I think you said your name was JT. Hello, Joseph Sparks, live.
Big T.
Big T.
Oh, Big T. What's up, bro?
Not much, bro. What's up, Lee? What's up, Corner?
What's up?
Oh, what's up,
Hello?
gang?
Say something over here. Y'all can say something
Oh,
too. He said, what's up to y'all?
Yo, the other dude
He
went
said, what's up,
straight
Corner?
to the work.
Yeah.
This is about Joseph.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta ask you, what's up with the switch up, bro? Are you trying to I know you talk about how smart you are and everything, and I've been watching y'all from probably like 2014, 13, 12 when you guys were doing like trivia games, original league way back in the day.
It was 20.
2016.
It was more 2016. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I actually hopped on the stream when we did the 101 1984 review. If you remember.
I think I do.
But anyway, I know you're a smart guy, so I think this is all a troll. I think you trying to troll everybody. Been watching you for a long time, so I think this is all a play, just to rub it in, because maybe Fantastic compared to Superman is better in the sense, because I'm a big Superman fan, and they did Superman wrong.
Facts.
The movie's like a D+ at best. They just did, in my opinion, did the character wrong just from the origin, from his original parents. It just didn't make any sense. I didn't understand the what they were doing with that movie. Fantastic, like you said, in a short time frame, made a better movie, much more crisp, much more emotion. Some of the shit was whack in it too, but it was not like a D for me. It was probably at best like a B-. But you playing now. But the funny thing is, I'd rather have you did a review where I think it was like you did a stream maybe like a year or two ago about a movie or about a topic, and you were excited for the heat and the flack you got, like how maybe you were potentially wrong about it. I can't remember what it was, and you were hype about getting these calls in because you were like ready to stand on business. But now you're like, please come attack me. I don't like that, bro. You switch it up, but you're doing it smartly. I know what you're doing. That's what you can pretend. It's switching up that this is the new you. Stop lying, dude. Just stop lying. I have to just stop lying.
Okay. So you think that I'm lying and I'm doing a switch up and I'm trolling?
No, you're still Jody. You're just you're just trolling. That's all it is. All it is.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I'm being honest. Do you not think that I really think Fantastic Four is better than Superman?
No. I do.
Okay.
I believe you. I believe everything. Listen, man, I've been a big fan of yours. Even with all that bullshit with the original members of all that shit. I understand. I understand. I've been with you since then. So I see who you are. I've seen how you've developed and seen all the bullshit, the positive, the negative. I get all of it. My thing with this, you set it up perfectly. I think like 2 streams ago, you're like, man, if it doesn't work out well, this, like you were kind of like hinting at it, like this stream specifically, if the movie did good.
Yes, I was because that's the truth. If this happened, this is happening. I'm done. I'm cooked. How do I face? I absolutely meant it, and it makes sense that you don't. It makes sense that you don't believe me, and I don't even fault you for not believing me. But yeah, bro, this is where it's at. This is where it's at.
Well,
so what do you think I'm being disingenuous about?
Not disingenuous, bro. I think you're just trolling, bro. You're just being a good YouTuber, bro. That's what you're doing. Like, you're a funny guy. I find you as a funny guy.
Thank you.
Doing this shit just to do this shit. You're and letting the, you know, you like to call like a lot of people that watch movies like Keon like a little stupid. You know, like the James Gunn fans. Yeah, like you're
that was toxic, bro. Hey, let me just say that was toxic. You know, attacking James Gunn's fan base and calling them dumb and slow, general audience, they don't know nothing. Yeah. Even though I did say that they could be smart in their fields, like doctors, lawyers, or whatever, but movie dumb. Even in that context, it's a little douchey, and I shouldn't have did that. And that's not.
Yes, you should have. You're speaking your mind. That's Jody. What are you talking about? See, here we go. Are you doing it again?
I feel like that doesn't. I don't think it's getting anywhere. Dude, did you? So you seem like you're keeping up with the stream. So can I ask you? Did you see that caller that called in, who said he's my #1 hater? He's been watching me for 10 years.
Yeah, you know what? You shouldn't have asked him. I would have been like, okay, if that's the truth, you've been a hater for 10 years. Why aren't you watching the other guy's stream? I would ask, are you a fan of the other guy? You know what I'm saying? If you're a hater, that's cool, great, awesome. You can be a hater. Haters are great. You can't control what people like. You can just be yourself. Either people are gonna love you or hate you, regardless.
Well, here's what I would say to that. That makes sense. Why if you're a hater of mine, you would go to my enemy and boast that. But and maybe I shouldn't say this because this is not really humble. I know him, and I know that a lot of people don't like that type of content. So I think they'll spend time watching somebody who's more entertaining, even though they hate them. Because he did say, you're entertaining, bro. I just disagree with 95% of what you say. I'm your #1 hater. I can't stand you. He told me he can't stand me, bro. And I'm like, all because of a difference of opinion. Like, what is the point of, especially after this movie, what is the point on holding on to things that people don't hold on to themselves, right? Like, if I hold on to something, if I say something and they don't take it and hold on or even remember it, them agreeing with me is more important than anything else about me. That's how I feel. Like, more people want to just hear a person on the internet that shares a same opinion as them. That is more valuable than values. That's more valuable than beliefs. That's more valuable than them liking me personally. Because let me ask you, if we're good friends and we've been good friends and then I go away for 6 months and I come back different, where things we laughed about as kids, I think is repulsive because I'm religious now or whatever. I had a mind awakening.
You grew. You got
and
better.
Now things that we had in common, I disagree with you on 90. If I disagree with my friend that I grew up with 80% of the time, I think that those people will no longer be friends over time.
That happens a lot. It does. That's why you would see junior high, be your best friend, but then they go hang out with some other people, another group that you don't affiliate with. Y'all outgrow each other.
It's natural.
It's natural.
People develop friendships because of like interests.
Yeah.
As soon as those interests don't align, they dip out. They find another interest.
Yeah.
That can be gamers.
Are you saying you're outgrowing yourself, and this is why you're changing You're not changing, but you're going from Jody to Joseph.
I had an epiphany. And this movie
Just because you were
showed.
just because you were wrong on a prediction, bro. Come on now, bro. Like that's
That's
I can't-
possible
I don't
though.
know after the last. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying like you're lying. I'm just seeing.
Kinda you
know who
are.
You are from.
You kind of
I'm
saying
not
that he
trying
is.
to be. If I'm coming off that way, my bad. I'm not trying to say like that, but just seeing who you've been for the last 10 years with everything.
Who said I'm gonna be different?
Joseph.
No. I never said you were.
I might not be. I
never
might.
said you were.
Hey, has the stream been good so far?
Terrific.
Better than what Jody does.
Facts, yeah. That's
But
true.
from a doing what Jody does, that's hilarious. But anyway, people are gonna support you regardless, bro, because if you're gonna keep, like you always say, I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? If you're keeping it a buck, it doesn't matter. I enjoy the streams regardless of what you guys talk about.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you're a very smart man. You know how to, and it's a business. YouTube's a business. If anyone thinks there's anything else, you guys are in the wrong. You guys don't understand this to this key. I get what you're doing, bro, and I appreciate it. It's awesome. I love it. That's all I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
say.
Thank you.
Wait.
One last.
I thought you said you didn't like it in the beginning, but now you love it.
What do you mean, like it?
As far as the trolling goes, it's like you don't like it. You see what's going on. You're not really happy with it, but now you love it.
No. What I meant to say was I like it in the sense of like I see what he's doing from a business perspective. I see it like this is what it is. He calls it his career, his YouTube career. A career is a job.
Do you think he's
You
being
mean-
I
genuine?
mean, I think it's factually, that's a factual statement.
he
It's my
does.
career because it's what I do for a living. That's why it's a career, and I've done it for a decade.
Yeah.
Do you
And
think?
I wouldn't follow Jody if he was.
Maybe it's being douchey calling it a career. It's a job. I'll settle for
it
jobs.
is your career,
It's
though.
my job.
This is
It's
your
my
career.
job. Maybe
This
it's
is
not a
your
career. Maybe that's douchey. It's a job.
But you love what you do, though, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, like, listen, I'm a personal trainer. I love what I do, too. So, is it douchey that I call my job that I love, like, a job that I love? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, if you love what you do, regardless of what the career is. So, no, listen, I find it genuine what you're doing. It just, from someone I view myself as a smart and
Bro, just say
intellectual,
you don't like it because you keep pushing away saying like you cool with it, but in reality you are not cool with it, bro. And you're laughing
No, I
about saying
promise
that
you
you
I'm
are,
cool.
but you're really not.
No, I promise you I'm cool with it. I just understand it from a business perspective. That's all I'm going to say.
It almost sounds like he's saying
Because
Yeah, I'm
left. It almost sounds like he's saying you left Cleveland to win a chip.
Hey, that's a
No,
good
not
one.
even that.
That's a good one.
That's a good
That's
one,
a
though.
good one.
It's not even that.
That's a good
But
one.
it's not even that because where all the Snyder fans at? Like, yeah, Jody, see, like, you know, DC's not going to go anywhere, right? Because of James Gunn, which it might not, but we'll see. Time will tell.
But if he's wrong, he should still stand on being wrong.
Not being wrong, bro. I remember there's a stream he did. I can't remember what it was about. It was last year, maybe 2 years ago, about calling in about a view he had, and it's just a different energy. That's all it was, just a different energy.
I don't
can't
remember what he's.
it was.
I don't remember what he's talking about.
All right, bro.
I wish I could recall it, but I can't. I'm not.
I was just
don't
trying
know.
to figure out like where you stand.
I don't fully understand where
Yeah, I
he's at.
don't get it.
Maybe I'm not understanding what he's saying. I understand kind of what you're saying, but I'm not fully.
He's
fine.
conflicted. He thinks
Completely.
you're trolling by saying everything in regards to you're kind of
For the business.
standing down and saying you're wrong, but you're trying to flip it in a way that still keeps you relevant instead of just saying, dang, I'm wrong. I'm here to actually take this L. You're not actually trolling. You're actually here standing 10 toes down, letting people know you were wrong. You don't want to be wrong, but you were wrong and are willing to actually listen to all of the folks who were here saying, no, Jody, DC is not going to rise, or Fantastic Four would be better than Superman. And here we are, because you stood on that business, you were wrong. It's just like, to me, you were in the NBA playoffs, or our team was in the NBA playoffs. We already feeling like our team is going to win all the way up to Game 7. We know our clutch player is going to come out there and do his thing, and it just didn't happen. We believed all the way up until that point. And now here we are. We still got to stand on that. We know we didn't win. It's not like we didn't believe in our team the entire time. We just not happy with the outcome, but we still going to stand on it.
So here's my question: if DC wins, let's say in 2 years, let's say the next 2 Marvel movies flop, because they could potentially do that, and you're right, do you go back on the street and be like, you know, a quarter wrong, and I'm 75% right? You see what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't do that. That's not what this is about.
No, I'm asking. No, I'm just.
No, this is. It sounds like it's not about. It's the epiphany that I had. It wasn't just me being wrong about Fantastic Four. It's what that being wrong meant, and it made me look at myself. I set myself up for this by being a certain way, and I don't want to do that anymore. Number 2,
But
that
were you
phone
wrong
call.
with that?
Huh?
Were you wrong? I don't think you were wrong with the way you set it up, because I remember you made that whole.
Oh man,
video
bro,
a couple years
no,
ago.
I think I was, man. I got a lot of calling
you
James
said
Gunn
that you
fans
said-
dumb, slow, saying that this all the
Oh.
anti-agenda stuff and beta incel stuff, and saying people don't understand movies, talking about myself like I'm all this and that, and I know everything. I don't think that was necessarily healthy.
Well, let me ask you, from your own career perspective, when you look at these movies and you've been critiquing the future of any platform or any big stream media that comes out and makes movies, what would you say your percentage is on right versus wrong?
I think I still have a high percentage.
Would you say like maybe above a C plus, B minus? Where would you say you're at? Like if you can be completely egotistically honest. It doesn't matter, bro. That's who you are. And that's in a confidence way. So
let me try to understand
what
what
do
you're
you think you're
saying. If I think I understand what you're saying, are you asking me to grade myself based on my accuracy with my predictions on movies?
yes,
I'll-
regardless of whatever movie it is,
A
it
minus?
doesn't matter. Just in general.
A minus?
Okay. So what I'm trying to say with everything we've been talking about, you've been an A minus in your opinion, which is great. I do believe you on that because I've been a big supporter of you. You're
Thank you.
awesome at what you do.
Thank you, man.
You keep that shit real. None of that bullshit of like, please, invite me to your movie show because.
Oh yeah,
yes,
I'm
it's
so
fun
against
movies.
that.
no.
Yeah, freak. I'll never
No,
go to.
it's
Yeah, freak
stupid.
them.
Stupid. With you having an A minus perspective on things, it's okay to be wrong, and it's good to take it on the chin. And you don't have to have an epiphany. In my opinion, you don't have to have an epiphany because you're calling people incels, which they are.
No, that's what
Right.
I didn't get a chance to get to it yet. It was that phone call in
Okay.
combination. In combination, back to back with that phone call, realizing people want to agree with you. That's what they want. They want you to when someone watches a movie, they want to go to YouTube, click the movie review, and that movie reviewer say things that they agree with. That's the most important thing that people want. They don't want that movie reviewer that they like to say things that they don't agree with.
I hate
or
this,
even
I
say
hate that, I
that
don't
people
like
who
this,
like this
yeah.
or this.
Validation. People want to be validated.
Your favorite movie is trash. Your
The
favorite
movie that
is
you
trash.
think is good is trash.
They want you to agree.
Don't
They
want to
expect
be.
for you
They
to
don't want to
agree.
be on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
You gon-
Well,
No, I get that, but in the end, like but everyone has a title to their own opinion. Like
Facts.
I watch you for everything. It's not just what your movie opinion is. But you guys talk about a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff I think you guys, not everyone, but some of the topics you guys have discussed over the years have been a little crazy. But it's fine. It's not going to change what you guys do, right? I'm still going to watch it because it's good. You see what I'm trying to say? So regardless of you, please, like that's what I'm saying. It sounds
so what do
like
you want
it's
from me
almost-
then? Let me ask you straight up. What do you want from me? What do you want me to do?
To me, no. You do what you want to do, bro. I'm gonna keep watching.
I know, but what do you? But if it was your world, what would you have me do?
Just, it's. I mean, you're gonna retaliate in a good way because I know how you are. If I say be you, you're like, I am being me. Yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna say. So I'm gonna say be you, but like how you were saying, having an epiphany because you're potentially disrespecting people or not validating their feelings. I mean, I get it's 2025. We got to be with the times of,
Yeah, man.
accepting people's emotions. But bro, a lot of these people that, I don't know how many people showed up at your guys' event. Love it. There was a lot of people at the house. It was great, awesome, it was a great turnout. But not everyone that's in this chat. How many people? 400 or 500 people are in there. Do you know every single person? You know what I mean? Like you don't even know who I am, right? I know you more than you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's like pleasing everyone isn't going to be always the end all be all either, and you know that from everything else you've been through, just in your YouTube that I've seen. Right,
Joseph,
So,
is this about feelings or is this about you coming out and saying you were wrong? Because feelings aside, you can still say you were wrong. You can still feel a way.
Both.
Is it
of
both?
course, yeah. there's a lot
So
of-
you-
okay.
yeah, you gotta
So you
separate
feel
the two.
that you're wrong, or you factually wrong?
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel
Alright,
wrong
that's fine.
and I'm
I'll deal
wrong.
with that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Thanks for calling in and
course.
confronting me.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
We stayed on way too long with this
That was
man,
not a
bro.
confrontation.
Way too long.
That was a guy who really didn't want you to get a beat. That's okay, though.
He was going
I
back and
respect.
forth with
he,
this
no,
shit.
he might have had that in his heart for a while, or no, we got validation.
I'm not trying to take away his
You
feelings.
see what we go through, right?
Oh!
What's up, Lottie?
Oh,
Ballin'!
Not much.
oh.
Finally got off work, so yeah. Was ATV in that beef?
Yeah, that's ATB,
That's
bro.
Yeah,
ATV.
Lottie, bro.
Alright.
What city you in right now, bro?
I'm in Jersey right now.
Okay. Shoot. I wish I was in Jersey.
So ain't not really over here.
Hey, GG. Hey, GG.
What you got for us, Lottie?
Joseph.
All right, so Jody, you said you was wrong.
Yes, I was wrong.
Oh shit, man, I was wrong. I was in the same category stuff. But I think it was last night that I was talking to Evo about the movie because and I've said on this. I think the last movie I've ever been to that was Marvel and in the theaters had to be either Eternal, the last one,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't convince myself to go back to watch another Marvel movie in the theater.
Watch
So
Fantastic
I gotta
Four.
ask this.
Do you like Eternals?
Damn, are you telling me I gotta watch this?
Yes, absolutely. This movie needs to be watched in the theater. Absolutely.
Just get you a nice,
I'm
get you a
surprised you
nice
didn't go to
theater
the
and go
premiere,
and-
bro.
and enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Doesn't it? I
Bro,
mean,
how was it in IMAX for you?
in IMAX,
Yeah.
my personal opinion is it could have just been finding a good Dolby Digital.
Oh, okay.
I had to watch it regular because I have some time restraint.
Got you.
I'm gonna go back and watch it. Nah, man.
Hey, I think-
I'm gonna go back.
I
and watch it.
personally-
I'm
But
gonna
you're
go
saying
back
you
and
don't
watch
even think it was worth it.
Not to me. I personally went and saw it in IMAX so I could keep the
Yeah.
playing field level for Superman.
That makes sense.
So that's why I did that. So I knew where you got. Other than that, I would have gone with the rest of the group.
I'm telling you right now, Lottie, it's this movie will be a travesty if you miss it in theaters. Right?
it. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. You could have missed. I won't do that. If someone only has to watch one movie, I would still tell them watch Superman. If someone only had the money to watch one superhero movie this year, I would tell them Superman because Superman needs that more than the MCU needed Fantastic Four.
Is that
what
the
is-
DC Rises in you talking?
This is
Yeah.
the truth. I'm telling the truth. I'm being honest.
And from these two movies, which
Yeah.
future, especially after watching both of these movies, which future do you need? Like Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four is fine. I mean, MCU's fine. DC needs Superman. That Superman's more important to DC
To make
than
money.
Fantastic Four is to Marvel.
I do.
Understood.
Yeah. Make money.
I agree
so
with
that's
that.
why I would
money
do
is
that.
low right now.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yes. DC needs the win.
They need to eat.
Yeah, DC needs this money more than Marvel needs this money
Facts. That's facts.
from Fantastic Four.
But James Gunn, he don't.
So you haven't seen it
Because
yet,
Marvel's
Lottie.
set with Disney. They get
No,
money.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
haven't
But James
seen it. I
Gunn
just
don't.
heard a
Yeah,
lot of.
you can.
Yeah,
I was
definitely
like,
see
I
it,
can
Lottie.
chop
That's
that
what I
up.
would say.
Man,
But if there's anything else, we're gonna go to the next caller.
That's fine. You all right? And have a good night, guys.
Thank you, Lottie.
Lottie.
Because Lottie's not gonna call me out and say all
nah,
these.
he ain't.
He's not one of them. Lottie, that caller is in our Discord. He's definitely not gonna come for my throat.
The ones that was calling multiple times, them the ones that.
They'll be back. The phone line's gonna ring. There you go.
Hey, where you at, man? Oh.
Cinnamon said they were trying to get into this to let you know.
They're trying to get through. A lot of people are
Yeah.
calling in.
From
John Beck.
Oh!
Well, there you go.
Here, John Babb, hi. I'm Joseph Sparks. John Babb, here's another caller, ladies and gentlemen, who is not gonna come for me, right? He's from Discord. I met him in person. I love the guy. He's not gonna. So we're gonna spend a limited amount of time. BG4, we're gonna set the timer for 5 minutes or less with this conversation with John Babb, because I want you guys to know that I want to take my lickings. I want them. I'm not dodging them. I could spend time with these people that I know and waste all of the calls and be like, see, I did it. I'm not doing that. So, John Babb, how you doing, brother? It's good to hear from you, man. 5 minutes on the timer.
Got it. 4 minutes plus 1.
What's up,
Okay,
man?
yeah, that's fair. You know I'm not coming for your throat, but I was the only voice saying that you should consider watching this with an open mind. Can you at least give me that?
You were saying even more than that. I believe you were so positive on it. You were giving me pushback from day one, and you were right. You were absolutely right, and I was wrong. I'm taking a big L here, bro. A really big one. John Babb, Fantastic Four is better than Superman, bro. John Babb, Superman is the more MCU movie than Fantastic Four.
Now, I tried to sort of whittle that sentiment into the spoiler review. Remember, I was like, tonally, is this MCU? But BG4 kind of cut me off.
BG4 cuts you off at every corner, and I really wish that you let John Babb elaborate, because all the questions he brought, all the questions that he was bringing were conversations that I wanted to have. But I know your job was hard.
Oh yeah, that's not shade on BG4.
I'm sorry.
At all.
ATV?
I'm sorry.
But I'll say this though. I'll go out on the limb. I'm not gonna make this call long either, because I'm not somebody that kicks people when they're down or say I told you so. The tone of the Fantastic Four movie would be a better introduction of a cinematic universe than Superman's tone.
Correct. I agree. 100%.
The Fantastic Four is an actually contained story that has no attachment to the MCU at all.
Bro, can I tell you something? Can I be honest? I don't want them to leave 828. I hate that after credits of Thunderbolts now. I don't want them coming here. Stay there. Let's watch that 828 stuff. Let's see Galactus come back just for Fantastic Four. Let's see some 828 Marvel guys. What do the 828 other heroes? Where's Captain America? I want to see that Cap. I want to see that Iron Man. Don't do this. This is a mistake. Do not bring Fantastic Four into freaking 626. No. I don't want them in Doomsday. I want them to stay.
I need the 60s Fantastic Four and the 60s X-Men to be separate from the rest of the MCU. I need them to have their own lane.
You said the 60s X-Men?
Bro, I thought that the end credits was more important than the movie. The movie is more important than that end credits ever was.
Yeah, well, both movies. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Ethan?
Both end credits were bad.
I'm talking about the end credits of the New Avengers, when they showed them coming.
Oh yeah. It was pointless on that one too.
Yeah. But anyway, for future reference, don't hang your hat or your reputation on something that you haven't seen. That's all I called to say. Because Stevenson Johnson was saying the same thing. He's like, this is going to be trash. And now he's like, oh, Fantastic Four over Superman. So it's like, don't rush to judgment. People did that with Heath Ledger as a Joker. People did it with Michael Keaton being cast as Batman. They did it with Ben Affleck being cast as Batman.
That's true.
Don't rush to judgment. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to say peace out.
John Babb, I miss you, bro. Oh, man, I miss you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you again.
He's right.
Christian Black.
Christian Black is on the line. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Jody? What's up, y'all?
What's up, bro?
And so, I mean, I heard you was talking about people coming for you and everything. I don't think that's necessary. I feel like that's kind of wild to have people coming for you just for your opinion, whether if you right or wrong. Even though, honestly, like how I personally feel about Fantastic Four versus Superman, y'all will probably come for me because I honestly didn't like Fantastic Four. Um,
I didn't either.
Wow.
and
I didn't.
and
either.
I personally feel like Superman is a better movie by a slight margin.
Can I say something?
Sure.
He's proving my theory correct. He's coming in with his. Chris Black. I don't think you're ever gonna get on my throat, because you're just
I'm irate.
But he agrees that he thinks Superman's better. So that's probably why he thinks people shouldn't come for my throat. Because he doesn't agree with the sentiment.
Well, that's not necessarily why I feel like people shouldn't come for your throat. I feel like you entitled to have your opinion, whether if you were right or wrong about it.
Yeah.
Or your prediction, whether if you're right or wrong about it. If you said that Superman is gonna run the summer and you wrong about that, there's nothing wrong with that. But for people to, start coming at you just because, you love Superman, a character that you beloved didn't turn out the way you hoped, but, the opposing team got the winning shot, like, come on. Like,
But Christian,
that's not right.
he is like Woj. He is like Sham right now. What he says is a bomb. And when it happens, you're all like, damn. So he can't be wrong. As he stated earlier, his career is essentially on the line. Can he possibly be wrong in certain situations? Sure. But typically it doesn't happen. And usually when it does, and it's on a big situation for people on that level, you come at them.
Go ahead.
You lose you disapprove of them. You don't take their word as highly regarded anymore. You go and find someone else who hasn't made that mistake. So I am absolutely surprised, maybe it's just the callers that are coming in, that y'all are so nice.
But
I mean, that's not that. I'll be honest, that's not my personality. Like, if a person is wrong, I've watched some of Jody. I watched some of your reviews before, like some of your stuff of like House of the Dragon, some of the stuff you talked about with Ahsoka, and a bunch of other stuff where I disagreed. But I didn't sit there and be like, I'm never gonna watch your content again. I love what you do. I love what you put out.
Thank you.
And that's just not. I don't know. That's just not in my nature.
That's a you trait. But yeah, that's
but
just.
But at the same time, I feel like that's kind of also. I'm not trying to come at nobody saying this, so please don't take it that way. Anybody in the chat or any of y'all. But I feel like that's kind of childish that you like, I'm about to unsubscribe or I'm about to.
It's the internet.
Trust your word
It's
again.
weak.
It's the internet, bro.
It's weak. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I agree with you, man. Like that to me just weak. Like
That's weak, bro.
when is it that we can't have opinions and we can't be wrong about stuff? Like, did you just? I mean, I'm sorry, Jody. Did you stop being human between Superman coming out and Fantastic Four coming out? Because I last time I checked, you were still human. Yeah. So, like, I feel like it's kind of strange and it's weak that like you all of a sudden about to be like, then I'm gonna throw it in your face because you wrong, and Fantastic Four about to make all this money and Superman not, like, and you a Superman lover, so your opinion is trash now. Like, no, like that's a lame, especially especially for anybody that's been rocking with you for a while. That's kind of lame.
Time.
AC, you want to say something real quick?
ATB, you want to say something before we say bye to Chris?
it's okay to be against him. You don't have to always agree with Jody. That's why I think there's.
He knows that, though. I think he knows that. The caller knows that.
Some people don't.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm saying, maybe your thought process is, Fantastic Four completely blows Superman out the water. Well, from what we talking about right now with these people,
it's probably too harsh. I don't think I should say that it blows Superman out the water.
It's closer than
so James Gunn does a good job with Superman, and that needs to be discussed, and that needs to be heralded. We need to praise that because James had a hard job to do.
Yeah.
And I kind of belittled what he did, calling for his job and boosting up from Fantastic Four to make his look small is that's not my intention.
I mean, it's what James said though. Like he kind of like
he said some crazy stuff.
He said some shit that he's not.
But that's different than what the movie was. Though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Jody, don't try to take up for James. James been saying some wild stuff in
Facts.
the last 2 months.
Facts.
That's an unpopular opinion, though.
But
Based off the flack that I get for that, that's an unpopular opinion.
Especially after what we got from Zack
A lot of
Snyder,
people
bro.
in the live chat, I was shocked. They didn't see nothing wrong with that Rolling Stone.
I think people are
It was
afraid
like
to brag.
70% of people were, it was 70-30.
They were
People
comfortable with
thought,
it. They were
look at the
comfortable.
comment section of that video. Jody, you're overreacting. Jody, you're overreacting. This is an
That
overreaction.
man said. No, that man said some wild stuff, and he continues to say wild stuff. Where I'm like, sir,
I'll pull it up right
take
now.
the mic out your hand.
Y'all don't have to be afraid to brag about y'all being right about something.
Yeah, take y'all W's, please.
Take
My
And
God.
bragging is a part of the game. I get it. I get
People are
it.
afraid
I
of
get
their
it.
opinion,
I mean,
though,
yeah,
bro.
bragging is part of the game, but there's a difference between bragging and then you like coming for somebody's throat to the point where you just being mean and disrespectful. Like, there's a line.
If
Oh,
y'all-
well, I'm not saying be disrespectful.
Yeah,
Take
what-
your W, say what you want, enjoy your moment. I ain't saying be disrespectful.
Yeah, they're
Look at this.
You can be disrespectful within a W, and that's fine.
I put everything. I still have hopes for Superman. Must be a slow news day for Jody's Corner. This is the Rolling Stone article where I said James should not be saying this type of stuff. He should not be running DC Studios by saying this stuff about Superman. I only need 500 million. Don't need a home run. Just my piece of the pie only matters. Just Superman getting his money back. Jody, this is an overreaction. You don't understand what Gunn does. I rock with you, but definitely overreaction. James already said this. This is cope, blah, blah. Jody, you don't want to make... Jody, he already has made this one. Jody, if you're not going to watch Peacemaker, blah, blah, blah. Hack Snyder was on set of Wonder Woman 0 times. Snyder Cult stuff. Look at this stuff. You're so reactionary. Look at this one.
Wow.
No, Iron Man was not the end-all, be-all of the MCU. Iron Man flopped.
What?
If Iron Man flopped, do you really think they wouldn't have done Incredible Hulk and Captain America? Really?
And that's what somebody
That-
truly believe in their head.
That is wild.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
it's
Oh, it's
almost
not.
like people done forgot all of Phase 1.
And what for Iron Man? We
I
wouldn't have
prefer
no
what
Marvel.
James is doing. Jody, his DCU is barely started, and you're only calling for his job? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. People, that Rolling Stone
rushed it.
article
Yeah.
did not mean nothing to them. You know what meant something to them? The fact that they don't agree that James should be fired. Not the reasoning that I had behind it. It goes back to the agreement.
Or they
Yeah.
even
Had I said, here's what I believe. If I said every critique about James, not knowing about Iron Man, not saying that stuff about Superman,
Right.
you shouldn't talk like this is whack, you got to fix that. But I still said, but I believe James will still get the DCU right, most of these comments wouldn't be here.
what's crazy
Because you're
though.
with them.
Okay,
sounded a
all
little
right.
selfish to
I'm
me.
sorry,
I'm just
but
saying.
that wrap it up button got to get pushed.
All right.
All right, bro.
Thanks,
Well,
Chris.
I appreciate y'all taking the call.
All right, bro.
Thanks,
bro.
bro. Appreciate you. I really want to talk to Ron 3000. I'm gonna seek you out. Ron is an MCU fan. He's a member of the $1,000 Club, but there's been a disconnect between me and him and Jody's Corner. I feel like I lost his loyalty. He stopped being involved with the community because of the DC Rises stuff.
For real?
Yeah.
Ron's an amazing person.
I hope this is him. Which one is this? Is this him?
Call from
Alexander.
Alex, I'm trying to get Ron. I got you though, Alex.
call from
Ron 3000.
There we
he
go.
Sir.
Ron.
Yo, Jody, Ron.
It's me, man.
Yo.
It's me. I'm glad you called in, and this is gonna be some real stuff right here. I noticed that we haven't been as close in the last 4 years as we were in the ones before that, and I believe that a lot of it has to do with my anti-Marvel talk, my pro-DC talk. You were just less here, less interested, more disagreements that we had through comments, through Patreon and on YouTube. And I just felt like you drifted away. And I feel like my attitude, some of the things that I said, how I said them, pushed you away.
I think you're kind of right. I'm not gonna lie, kind of right. I wouldn't say I really drifted away. I still watch. I'm still always on not just anime. I just kind of stopped interacting less in the chat.
Yeah.
100%. I wasn't in the chat as much. Just kind of shadow watch. I always had you on in the background or watching old videos or old YouTube videos that you posted, whether it's Marvel or DC reactions. Watch your old Wonder Woman. I like the videos where you get
really passionate about superheroes. Even I rewatched the James Gunn Superman trailer reaction that you made several times actually. But I think the biggest thing for me was just I did feel, I knew you were a DC supporter. So I think that started like the whole DC Rises thing. It did start to affect your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your, I guess, content, the way you respond to like Marvel trailers or Marvel articles or Marvel, anything that deals with Marvel. It was just like you went in with the not worst intentions, but the like I guess super bias. Like, and to me, it just felt super biased. And I knew partly it was because of DC, and you really wanted DC to succeed, and you were right about some things, and it was okay to be skeptical about certain things. But I felt like that started to turn into like genuine hate, like just every single article you could find, every single quote that somebody said, compared to like DC, it was kind of like lesser. Like even when James got and everything, you started pushing Superman really hard, right? And when Superman started kind of you started seeing the signs for Superman, right? Like you said, the prequel novel and everything, all that was like super late, and I still felt like you weren't nearly as hard as you were for Fantastic Four, for any of the other Marvel stuff that would come out. Marvel stuff, excuse me. And that was my biggest thing was I love superhero movies. I love DC. I actually saw Superman 3 times. I'm going to go see Fantastic Four again tomorrow with my friends for the second time. And I never wanted Superman to fail. I love DC. I love Marvel. I love both. I do lean towards Marvel, but I love superhero movies. I love seeing people see them. I love seeing people watch the trailers, react to them, hearing the reviews, and it just felt like this just became like I guess a DC like you said, it was DC Rises, and I wanted DC to succeed, but it felt like it was at the
like a DC fanboy Marvel hating channel.
Yeah, very much so. It was just like everything Marvel was just pure like. I mean, it's weird because your reviews though for Thunderbolts and everything were good, and like you really break it down.
Captain America 4.
So it's not that. It's just Captain America 4. Yeah, you give good reviews. It's just like the live streams, I guess. It just was very much like anytime any actor or anyone said something from Marvel, it was just like a full topic and everything would go into detail. But I still respect you, and I'm still here, and I never stop watching. I'm always having you on the background. I'm always watching old videos. I'm always in the chat. I'm always on Not Just Anime, waiting for those My Hero reactions. Not gonna lie.
Oh, we're bringing My Hero back. My Hero's coming back. It's coming back. We're gonna do season 5 and 6.
Six.
Yeah, I heard it got lit.
6 is fire.
Yeah,
6 is fire.
To be seen.
But yeah, I'm still here, and I do respect you, and I kind of do agree with people about the whole like channel change thing. I've always watched you, and I'm someone who like. Just because you changed the channel name, right? To me, it's just like, or this rebranding, you've always kept it real. I think that's the most important part is like, because it seems to me like you're insinuating you're not going to, like, it's something different. Like, it's almost like I do respect your opinions before like Fantastic Four came out, like Pedro Pascal and all the actors and actresses saying certain stuff. And there was writing on the wall. I don't want that to go away. I want you to be real and be like, hey, they shouldn't be saying this. Hey, this is stupid. But it's just when it was like, you let that, I guess, I don't know, I think it was like a perfect storm, honestly, of like Superman, you wanted Superman to succeed, and you really hate the Fantastic Four already.
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect storm for you to just be like, fuck this movie, excuse me.
Bro, Ron, I still hate them. I still don't like them.
Yeah, that's true.
I still don't like them. I still think the IP's trash. I think they're outdated, but they're in a time period where they're not outdated. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say this when you get off the call because I'm gonna say it. So I'd rather say it with you on the phone.
Yeah.
Like I said about agreeing, is it true? Because this is what I believe. I believe this. What I'm gonna ask you. Do you think that had I not been so hard on Marvel? Believing that they deserved it though. Had I not been so hard on them and I was more positive on Marvel trailer reactions, Marvel discussions, and we had that type of bond and you agreed with some of the stuff I said, isn't it true that you would not have left or distanced yourself from the channel?
I'm going to say no. It's not the fact that I want you to agree. And it's not the fact that I want you to be positive. It's how negative you are, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It's not how how positive or how oh, I need this man to agree with me. It's how hard you are when it's not something that you necessarily like, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It's not the fact that, like, hey, I understand if he doesn't agree with me or he doesn't, like this. It's just how passionate, I guess, that you get, or how, like, super, like, it almost feels like you shouldn't let those things, what's the word? I think John Babb said it. You shouldn't make assumptions and predictions.
Yeah.
And be
That
so
was a mistake
about them.
Yeah, that's
almost,
true.
Like,
Yeah.
To the point where it only makes you feel like you really think like that's true without seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Like in some rumors and stuff that you cover, it's just like I feel like I can, like, some people can tell those are kind of like bullshit rumors, and there are some that are like legit. And I just feel like that was kind of like where the channel was leaning towards, just kind of like anything Marvel that's like anti-Marvel. It's like, okay, I'm going to pick that up and do it. I'm going to talk about it. Compared to, like, there's plenty of rumors for DC that I see that I know also are bullshit, but those aren't getting picked up. And that's the thing, like, to kind of like.
But Ron, let me say something. Ron, do you think that if I wasn't so, I know you say not so hard on Marvel, just not so hard against Marvel, but if I wasn't hard on Marvel at all, wouldn't you be around more? You said you distanced yourself because it became Marvel hate pro DC. So then, is that an admission that if it wasn't Marvel hate,
more Marvel hate, but
more Marvel hate, isn't that an admission that if it wasn't Marvel hate, you wouldn't have left?
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't want it to be taken out of the context of, hey, just because he doesn't like what Marvel is doing, he didn't interact with the channel. It was just, it almost, to me, it felt borderline like, I don't know if you've talked about Geeks and Gamer, Tyrone Magnus, like, some of those people just take any rumor and just kind of like.
No, yeah, I know. But dude, Ron,
it almost felt close to that.
You have donated thousands of dollars to Jody's Corner, man, and I lost you for some years, where you said you were still around in the shadows, but I didn't. It's not the money; it's the fact that somebody who cares about me to donate to me doesn't want to be here active in the chat as much, because he feels like kind of isolated from the community because I'm shitting on Marvel, and that's what I don't want.
Right.
And this is like proof of what I said with the agreement. People want that.
I always felt afraid to not call you out on it, right? I just felt like if I even said anything to try to insinuate that, hey, I just don't like the direction the channel's going, or I don't like some of the, like, I feel like you're being unfair about certain things, that felt like I would just be called a fanboy, and it's really not that. And I had a story to tell you, like, regarding Superman. It's okay to kind of say a Superman spoiler. I don't know if that's cool, but.
No spoilers.
No.
Okay.
Wait, you wanted something to say? You want to ask something, ATB? Go ahead.
What? No, I'm kidding.
Huh?
Did I say ATB?
Yeah, you said
No,
so, yes.
I don't want to take up something. I think, like, he's saying, not that you're disagreeing. I think you're overdoing it, like, to the point where it's just coming over like disrespect, not critiquing. It's going.
Do you feel like did you take it as a personal disrespect, me trashing on Marvel?
No, it wasn't personal. I mean, I don't care. Our superheroes don't got nothing to do with me. I don't give a shit. But
there you go.
It's the fact that I just.
So incorrect.
No, he agreed.
Yeah, because you are aware that he is a DC and Marvel fan. You understand that part. Like, it's not just one half.
No, yeah, 100%.
He agreed that I said overdoing. He agreed with me.
Yeah.
He said, but okay.
It's not the fact that you talk negatively about Marvel. It's the fact that it felt to me that it leaned more towards, like, genuine, like, hate, and, like, I mean, if you genuinely hate it, that's fine. But it felt like over, like HB is saying.
I did genuinely hate it too. Some of the stuff, I wasn't faking any of that, so I genuinely disliked it, and that caused a rift between you and I.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't want that. And
it sounds, I mean.
It is what it is, Ron, because I'm telling you, people want to agree. That is the most important thing. People want to see their YouTubers and want to hear the YouTubers that they like, have an opinion that is in alignment with theirs.
Yeah, they never want you to bash what they like or love.
I can't let you say that because I'm not. That's not what I'm saying though. I'm not saying that I want you to agree with me. I'm saying that I wanted you to be less like I can agree that the stuff that was coming out.
But let me ask you this: why do you want me to be less harsh if it's me being honest?
Because it didn't. I kind of said this. I felt like it was either the perfect storm that Superman and Fantastic Four competition brought out the utmost hate that I've ever seen from you for anything.
I know, I agree, but Ron, you left way before Fantastic Four versus Superman.
I think it was since DC Rises. Since the DC Rises.
Yeah, that's about 3 years, man. That's back down to Wakanda Forever time.
Correct.
And I wasn't hating. I didn't like it, but it wasn't. You know?
No, I didn't like Wakanda Forever. I didn't like Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
a bad
like
movie.
Thor: Love and Thunder. I didn't like Ant-Man, Quantumania. I didn't like any of those movies. But it just felt like before those movies came out, certain times, and I think especially since Fantastic Four, because that's what this topic is about, you know? Because there were times where I generally just, like, I'm not a very social person. I kind of stay off the chat. I'm mostly just not just anime. And I'm watching the stream, but I'm also, like, gaming and stuff. But I'm just saying that I noticed it specifically, and it really hit for me with Fantastic Four and Superman. And before that, I kind of saw, it felt like I saw the channel. I think it just felt like you were trying to do everything to affirm your DC Rises, which, sure, you really want to believe that. And if you really believe that, I want you to do that. It just felt like...
And I was on point. I was cooking.
Right.
Until Fantastic Four came out.
I didn't see Brave New World in theaters. I saw Thunderbolts in theaters, though. I actually enjoyed Thunderbolts.
Brave New World is good,
Brave
bro.
New World that much.
I like Brave New World.
Brave New World.
All right. Well, this has been a great conversation, Ron. Hey, I have a feeling that you're gonna like Joseph Sparks a lot more than Jody's Corner. That's not to be a slight. That's just me being honest. Like, this new thing is to reinvigorate. Man, all the new people that came out. It's not a coincidence I'm seeing people from old come back. This is great. This is a good thing. Thank you, Ron.
I appreciate it.
Peace out, brother.
Man, they're giving you honest.
Remind me of the Wizard of Oz. The Wicked Witch is dead.
Call from
Come out of nowhere,
Alexander.
bro. Out of nowhere.
Alexander, you on?
Jody Joe, how you doing, man?
I'm enlightened, my brother. I'm enlightened.
You know what? That's what's up. I called. I ain't gonna kick you too hard, but I called to express one thing. I think now that you are in your enlightened state, I think we can finally admit why you went so hard for the James Gunn new DCU, new Superman movie. And I think looking back on it, you kind of always suspected this wasn't going to be up to par. This may not be it. But you hated the Snyderverse and the Snyder Cult so much. You wanted so bad for this to be good so you could finally say, hey, we're moving on. We're done with that. DC Rises, we got this bright new future. Even when all the signs were kind of there, this may not be it.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, but that's understandable, though.
He's absolutely right.
It's understandable that you want something better from what you had that was worse. Of course you want something great, bro. Sometimes you might not get it, but you want something great. You want something better because what we had before was trash.
That this wasn't going to be so great.
Say that one more time.
That this was not going to be so great. And I think a lot of those signs were there before that interview with James Gunn came out.
Yeah.
And to me, the worst thing he said was, this is not I just concerned about my piece of the pie. Dude, you're the head of DC Studios. The whole thing is your pie.
That is so crazy.
That's horrible.
What hurts my head is that so many people were okay with that article. They see no problem with it.
Blue pad.
And the fact that this went from everybody saying, oh, it's going to make $1 billion. It's going to make $1 billion. Until, well, no, it just needs to make the Batman money, 700, 600. It'll still beat Man of Steel. To now, hey, as long as it makes 500, it'll make his budget back. It's fine. Or the John Campion route. Hey, you know, as long as it got good reviews and people like it, it didn't have to make money. See how low the bar is.
That is so ridiculous. Like, bro, when did it get so
and
low?
The bar just keeps getting lower every single day.
Moving that goalpost.
Just to make themselves feel better.
And again, I want to praise Fantastic Four. I haven't seen. I'm going to see it. Sunday.
I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. Yeah.
From what I hear, it seems like they just made a good movie.
Film.
They didn't set out to set up.
They made a good film, bro.
They made a good film. Exactly.
Yeah. And let me confirm, in case you didn't hear me, you're absolutely right. It was my fear of the Snyder Cult and going back to that, in combination with wanting to see DC rise and Superman being pushed. In the back of my mind, I never trusted James Gunn. Never trusted him. Because I know that he's the creator of the MCU formula. It's not Ragnarok. The MCU formula was created by James Gunn in Guardians of the Galaxy.
You said you were willing to give him a shot. I do recall.
But I gave him a shot. Yes, I gave him a fair one.
It's the formula that made the MCU go downhill.
Correct.
You not only gave him a shot, you cheerleaded for him. You cheerleaded for him for almost a year. You did more to give him a shot.
What? Was I cheerleading? Was I a cheerleader?
It was more like Keon was definitely cheerleading more out of anything than
I feel like I was cheering for DC, not as much James Gunn. Because while I was saying DC rises, Superman this, and I was never saying James Gunn this, that. It was DC.
You were happy for the rebranding to get away from the other stuff. Like,
see, I don't think I was glazing, James.
It was definitely more of let's move on from Snyder. And to an extent, I
you were happy about that. You were happy to get away from Snyder.
So happy
to get to this point. I think it just went over your head at the beginning, like, oh, we got James.
I knew I was desperate. I was desperate.
You're like, oh,
I knew.
That's cool.
I know.
I'll worry about that later.
From what we're coming
right
out
now.
Of, yeah,
we to the moon.
Yes,
we to
yes,
the moon.
And I still believe in that. I still believe because I guess we'll talk about that later. But I still believe in that. But never
here's
again.
The thing. One of the biggest things about that, to me, one of the clearest signs about that, James Gunn isn't moving away from the Snyderverse. Peacemaker is Snyderverse. I know a lot of people don't want to accept that. Peacemaker is a direct spinoff from his Suicide Squad movie, which is a direct sequel to the Suicide Squad movie, which is firmly in the Snyderverse. Amanda Waller is part of the Snyderverse.
Damn.
So he did not move away from Snyder. That should have been our number one takeaway. Yeah, he remixes some things. He's trying to paint in his own image. He done gave a fresh coat of paint. It's still that same busted up lemon that you didn't like. It just had some new interior and he washed it. Maybe, or in my opinion, he kind of made it worse. He just put up some fuzzy little dice balls in the rearview mirror.
He changed the tires.
Because
think about that, but he ain't lying about that, though. Yeah.
That was a movie. That was a film. To me, not Zack Snyder. James Gunn didn't make a film. Like I said in the comments, he made a 2-part season finale of a Nickelodeon show.
Fuck.
Jeez. Damn, he did Avatar.
That's tough.
God
damn.
And then he had a musical performance in the end on
to
all
the
that.
Point where, Jody, I'm gonna ask you a question. After you saw Fantastic Four, did you want to see more of the Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Somebody who's been trashing on this team, and rightfully so, because they are a trash team in the comics and so far in the movies. But after seeing this movie, you wanted to see more of that team, more of that universe.
I want more.
Let's keep it 100.
I want to see Fantastic Four sequel more than I want to see James Gunn's Superman sequel.
And I never thought you would say that.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you want to see more of this Superman?
I never thought you would say that.
David Cornsway, who was a great Superman. Do you want to see more? Do you want to see Batman in this universe? Do you want to see Wonder Woman in this universe? Because it ain't gonna be what Patty and Gal did.
That's true. That's true.
Do you want to see the Justice League in this universe? Because it's going to be more Whedon than Snyder.
Yeah, I do. I do want to see.
Okay.
I do want to see Justice League. I do want to see Wonder Woman is iffy because Anna Nagari is writing it. We'll see. We'll see how Supergirl does. So yeah, I do. I want to see bright, hopeful characters. And James Gunn is not DC. He just runs it.
And he's not writing it. As long as he ain't writing it, as you said.
He's not
he
DC,
may not
he
be
just
writing
runs
it. But
it.
he's giving notes on it.
Yeah,
he's creating it in his own image. Just like Zack Snyder didn't write Jet. but he gave notes on it. It was modeled after his own image. James Gunn doesn't have to write something. He's giving notes on it. He's the guy who gives the green light, who gives the okay check mark, who says, okay, I like this. Hey, take that out. Put this in.
I'm going to say no. Now, we haven't seen that yet, Alex. I'm not going that far, and I don't want you to go that far because James has said that he lets creators create. He doesn't get involved. Just like he had nothing to do with Supergirl. He just let them cook.
We'll see.
He said himself he had nothing to do with the production of Supergirl. So if he stays away and only focuses creatively on the projects that he makes and lets the people that he hires, the writers and directors and producers, to do their jobs, DC's future does look bright.
Okay. Let's take all that as fact. We're not moving forward unless we get a script that I like. That's exactly from James Gunn's mouth. What kind of scripts you think he's going to like?
Kevin Feige said the same thing, though.
MCU stuff.
What kind of scripts you think James Gunn going to approve?
We'll see with
So
Supergirl.
before we even get in front of the camera, this guy is reviewing the script.
I guarantee you by the time Supergirl comes out, I will have a definitive answer on my future of DC. Because he gave Anna Nagaria, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Teen Titans. If Supergirl ain't it, I'm done. DC Rises, that's where it dies. I'm going back to individual movies after I see them and they're good. And after I see those movies, I'm going to praise them, give them high grades, and that be it. Ain't no DC Rise, this DC over Marvel. Nah, that's over with.
That's valid.
Because Anna Nagaria is the future of DCU. She's got 3 movies, and the first one she's doing is Supergirl next year. I will know then.
Got it.
Well, she came with
That's the difference.
with that little
between
short that
Jody
she did. She got
and
the
Joseph.
agendas in there.
That's the difference
When we
between
look at
Jody
the
and
Snyderverse,
Joseph. Okay.
all those movies have a tone. When we look at the movies Hamada did, all those movies have a particular tone. Even the MCU, we know Kevin Feige is the guy. Yeah, especially when we just look at Phase 1 and 2. Those movies have a specific tone. Now, yes, there was some variation here and there, but for the most part, you know the MCU formula. You know the tone, because all of them had the same guy at the helm, giving notes, producing. For the DCU, that guy's James Gunn. You really think Supergirl is going to be that different than what you saw in Superman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't.
It's not the same director. So
Different director.
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
Different writer.
Again.
James is a rare breed. He is a MCU machine. His movies are shallow, and I do not like them. I do not like him as a writer-director, and he is not writing nor directing Supergirl.
He's not writing Supergirl. He's not directing Supergirl. He's the guy who approved the script.
Yes, he
He's
is.
the guy giving notes on the script.
Yes.
Whether he says he is or not, we know that is literally his job as head of DC. Again, I'm going to take it
He
back
also
to my
said
guy,
that the
Zack
Batman
Snyder.
script is good
Zack
too.
Snyder didn't
He
write.
approved the Batman too. He approved Matt Reeves' Batman too. He said it's great. So James Gunn, with I get what you're saying here. If he says it's good, it might be bad because his judgment's bad. I get that, but there will be times where he approves a script that is a script better than he can write.
That's true.
And it's going to be a good movie.
But by that same token, we know that James Gunn is not the head guy over Matt Reeves, the Batman 2. He said it himself.
Yes.
And that Happy Studios podcast. Hey, I don't have nothing to do with the Batman 2. That goes to that ain't mine. So James Gunn can give all the notes he wants to on Batman 2. Matt Reeves can use them as toilet paper, and probably did. He doesn't answer to James Gunn. This Anna Navarro girl answers to James Gunn. The person who did Supergirl answers to the director, answers to James Gunn.
Yes.
Everybody going forward, because we ain't going to do that Matt Reeves deal again,
Right.
answers to James Gunn.
Right.
But we could tell. But we could tell who.
Millhouse is back. Maybe that's real punk rock. You see?
Oh damn.
It was in the movie.
Yeah.
It was in the movie.
But you could tell. We seen so many James Gunn's films. Like we could tell what his input, where it's at.
Exactly.
So
and you're going to see that through. Again, it's a connected universe.
Yeah.
I mean,
And there has to be something. There has to be some kind of tone throughout these movies.
I
And we
can't.
know
This
what
is
that
becoming
tone
a
is.
Superman discussion. I need to move on. We're gonna have a
Fair
DC's
point.
discussion later in the
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
You know, you could call back, Alex. Thanks
All
for
right, bro.
calling in, brother.
No problem.